Onder tijd was dat zij in de maling genomen werd.
Sylvana wordt geïnterviewd, repeteert zodat er niets mis kan gaan. Maar wat Sylvana niet weet, is dat we haar bij een bruiloft naar binnen rijden. Deze twee vieren de mooiste dag van hun leven. Samen met deze familie, die je niet moet laten schrikken. Pas nou op met die taart. Klein grapje nog van de redactie.
We komen zo weer terug.
Na te denken over ik nog wel.
Wat is dit?
Het is voor een verborgen camera grap.
Oh? Voor televisie of zo?
Ja.
Oh? Nou, dan laat ik je maar. Oh, nou zeg. Ik zal hem erop zetten, ja? Oké.
Intussen zijn alle bruiloftsgasten gearriveerd en die beginnen best trek te krijgen. Dus tijd om het hoofdgerecht naar binnen te rollen. En vooral op wat er daarna zal volgen.
Ja, prima. Dankjewel.
O jee, dit is niet goed. Sylvana denkt dat ze per ongeluk naar een verkeerde zaal is gereden.
Wat doe je in die kar?
Dit was voor een grap.
Je verpest een bruiloft.
Nou ja, dat valt toch wel mee. Hoewel, nee, dat valt helemaal niet mee. Nee, denkt Sylvana. Dan was die rotte vis toch aangenamer.
Nou, dit was de grap, dat ik zeg maar in de zaal kwam en dat ik dan iemand in de maling ging nemen.
Zomaar op een bruiloft. Hoor. Ergens bij een bruiloft zou je gewoon helemaal naar binnen komen.
Nee, niet bij jullie.
En bij wie dan? Wat dan? Heb je die jurk gezien?
Ja, sorry.
Ja, sorry, ja, daar hebben we wat aan. Het is de mooiste dag van ons leven, die verpest je. Domme joh, wat is het nou? Ik ga nu gewoon de politie bellen.
Nee, dat hoeft niet.
Wil je bijkomen, hallo?
Nou Cora, kom er maar bij.
So in a recent video, we showed you guys a real-world test of how much RAM you actually needed in a gaming PC in 2024, and it turns out that you didn't quite like the machine that I was using. There were a number of reasons for that you stated quite clearly in the comments, so today I've built a system based on your specifications, but will it actually make any difference to the results at all? Well, there's only one way to find out. Now, in our previous video, we did a bit of testing with 8GB, 16GB, and 32GB of RAM in a system that is purely designed for gaming to see if it would actually make much of a difference, and also tell us how much RAM you would actually need in a gaming PC. The results of that test actually didn't really tell us much at all, apart from the fact that it didn't really matter. If you were having 8GB, you had a slightly less FPS. If you had 16GB or 32, it's pretty much exactly the same. And we tested in that video some really demanding games, but there were a few issues with the system that we used that you guys quite rightly pointed out. The system that we used was our normal benching rig, so for the CPU, we had an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X3D. Of course, that CPU would be able to take advantage of its 3D cache. We were running all of the games at a 1440p high preset, which some of you guys said would probably cause an issue. And also, for the graphics card, we used the AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT. Now, the reason you raise that as a potential issue is because that graphics card actually comes with 20GB of VRAM, so that may have compensated a little bit, but I wasn't quite sure at the time. So instead, I've built this system. Now, this system is much more entry level than the previous one that we used. I actually just cobbled it together with a few parts, but we do meet all of the criteria here. For the CPU, we have the Intel Core i5-12600KF. It's a pretty modest CPU nowadays. It's 3 generations old. You can pick them up for around £140, so even budget gamers would have a good opportunity of getting this one. For the graphics card, we have pretty much the most entry level graphics card on the current AMD generation, the RX 7600 8GB, which also does have some weird quirks with its PCIe generation, particularly on how many PCI lanes it can use. So overall, this system is a much more modest system, but there is no 3D cache. We are going to be running all games in 1080p this time, and of course only having an 8GB graphics card. Will this though make any difference at all? Well, there's only one way to find out, so we're going to benchmark it. Let's get the machine hooked up. Now we've got the system all hooked up and everything is working beautifully fine. It's a very nice quiet system and you tend to get that with the lower end parts. For anybody wondering, for the CPU cooler there, we've got one of the biggest Intel coolers. It's actually pretty cool, it's got RGB. I bought it a long time ago and I thought this gives us a chance to use it. I'm not exactly sure what the name of it is, but sometimes it gets a little bit funny because the logo in the middle actually sits still. But if you just wobble it a little bit, it will spin for a while and then it'll settle down again. Maybe we'll do a video on that at some point because it is a pretty cool cooler, but if anybody's out there, I'll probably drop into the description below what model it is. I'll go look it up and you can all go check it out. They are pretty funny and they work flawlessly as well. Definitely worth checking out. But overall, for these tests, we're going to be using the exact same RAM as before. For that, it is the Patriot Viper DDR4 3600MHz. We're going to be retesting 8GB, 16GB, 32GB with this little system, and we're going to see if it really makes a difference. Now we're going to start our testing today with only 8GB of DDR4. We have just stuck that in there, and that's going to be running in single channel. Our last tests actually showed that 8GB had a bigger difference between 8 and 16 than 16 to 32 did, and I think some of that was down to actually being in single. channel and not dual channel, but we're going to run a test with that one and it'll give us a great baseline going forward. Or we have just stuck that in there, and that's going to be running in single channel. Our last tests actually showed that 8GB had a bigger difference between 8 and 16 than 16 to 32 did, and I think some of that was down to actually being in single channel and not dual channel, but we're going to run a test with that one and it'll give us a great baseline going forward. Of course, when you start the game with only 8GB of DDR in the system, you're going to get this warning here, not enough physical memory, particularly on Alan Wake 2, which is the first game we're going to test. It says that it does actually require 12GB to run properly, but by properly, it does actually run, to be honest. We tested that in the last one and you saw that. What you need to do is click OK and just get into the game. Now, for those of you that watched the last video, of course, looking at the stats in this one are going to be much lower, and that's because we've got a much lower end system here, so don't pay too much attention to the maximum FPS. We're really looking for the differences between the different memories. So far, it's looking pretty good though. In Alan Wake 2 with an RX 7600, we are getting around 66 frames per second at the moment, so the game is still more than playable, but we will head over into the settings once it's actually loaded and we'll see what kind of configuration we've got. Now that we've taken over control of the character, we'll pop over to our options, go to our graphics setting. We are currently running in a 1080p resolution. We have a lot of different effects turned on, so we've got motion blur, film grain, lens distortion, and we are actually going to be leaving it in a high preset. I'm pretty sure the system can cope with that just about for 60 FPS, but we'll keep running through it and we'll see what we can actually get. I don't think we'll need to lower the preset really to test how much RAM we need, but what we'll do is we'll go back into the game and then we'll do a lap around the block just like we did in the previous one, and we'll see what kind of performance we get. Now, as characters running forward at the moment, we can see that there is no actual issues with the system loading anything. No assets seem to be popping up just miraculously in front of us. You can see there is a slight delay on things that particularly shadows, so that kind of effect really, but apart from that, you don't really notice it when you're kind of running around. The game looks absolutely fantastic on this preset with these settings, just like it would do with any system, and we're currently getting an average of around 60 FPS. Our 1% lows are pretty low there, so we're going to reset stats because I'm not sure what happened there, but we are now dropping to around 32 frames per second on the 1% low, so we're getting about half of what our average is. That's very similar to what we were getting with the previous system, but apart from that, as we run around, we're still getting above 60 FPS on average. It means the game is more than playable, which is quite amazing really for a low-end system like this. Of course, if this is not acceptable to you and you have a system of this specification, you can always enable FSR or turn down the graphical preset, but so far I've not really seen a need to. Everything is working perfectly fine on the averages, but moderate system. I wouldn't like to test again. In Alan Wake 2, in the game in 1080p with a high preset and only 8GB of DDR4, we managed to get an average of 64 frames per second with 1% low of 34. You all saw that when we were actually playing the game. That is a pretty typical kind. Then when we actually difference, we saw two pretty much percent low of 62. We had a maximum allocation of 7.4GB. Again, with this game, which should all on systems like this. With 16GB, we managed to get an average of 253 frames per second, just negligible over the 60. Hopefully that brings 4GB. Of the tests today. Are there any other things, VRAM, which many people still say that is just not enough for gaming? You can pick them up for like £150 or less. Pretty sure I saw it go for about 120 recently. The motherboards are probably going to cost you about £100.
Live and die by the blade.
to Summoner's Rift.
Don't cross me.
Thirty seconds until minions spawn.
There's nowhere to hide.
Minions have spawned.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. They won't survive. Nothing to me. Wet my blade. On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide. I never compromise.
First blood.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been
Let's
slain.
finish this quickly. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain.
Legends mean nothing to me. On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain.
This blade is my favorite. I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain.
Pathetic. Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge. Don't cross me. This is no challenge. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain.
Life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An ally has been slain. Enemy rampage.
On the razor's edge. Don't cross me. There's nowhere to hide. I never compromise.
Let me.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Enjoy the taste of steel. Another body for the gutter. Let's finish this quickly. They won't survive.
Killing spree.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. On the move. Stand behind my shield is healed for you. Don't cross me. You thought there's nowhere to hide.
Has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor.
slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. Nowhere to hide. Never compromise. Fools pledge life to honor.
Let me give you a hug.
Let's finish this quickly. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Been slain.
Nowhere to hide. I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. On the razor's edge.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly.
Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive.
Shut down. Has destroyed a turret. Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill. Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Their bones will
Killing
wet.
spree. Destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An ally has been slain.
They will survive.
Slain.
It is easy, see?
Has been slain.
Don't cross me.
Rampage.
There's nowhere to hide.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Triple kill.
I never compromise.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. This way is my favorite. Pathetic.
You have slain an enemy. Ally has been slain.
can't eat them, then why do they gotta smell so good?
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
On the razor's edge. Don't cross me. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. On the razor's edge. Don't cross me.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. fools pledge life to honor.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An enemy has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Ace.
On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide. I never compromise. Life to honor.
Rampage.
They won't survive.
Double kill. Shut down. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
Nothing to me. On the razor's edge. Don't cross me. There's nowhere to hide.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life for honor. Let's finish this quickly.
Enemy has been slain. Double kill.
They won't survive.
An enemy has been slain.
Allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has victory!
Keep watching to the end of this video for a special Astrum announcement. Did you ever hear the story of how the Harlan J. Smith telescope got shot 7 times? The world of astronomy can be a surprising place, with groundbreaking discoveries getting made all the time. But normally ground is the only thing being broken, and the only shots are images taken of the night sky. It's exceptionally rare for someone to actually attempt to attack a telescope. And yet, in 1970, that's exactly what happened. This moment could have spelled disaster for what was then the 3rd largest telescope in the world, which had only just been completed 2 years prior. What happened? Why did someone shoot through the glass mirror of an observatory telescope with a 9mm?
Grab the blaster, Nyx. Way to go. Just what I needed. Nyx, get that blaster. shipment.
Here, it's easier to show
Hey!
you.
You're not supposed to be here!
Check out the laser cans by the token. That's a Diamond LC50.
The governor's a busy man. Pay a little extra, and he'll have them before breakfast.
That Gorak finds this deal agreeable.
Take it!
Give me a break!
All right, we did not anticipate this. There has been breaking news at the Hunter Biden trial. Remember, his attorneys were working today to try to get a stoppage in this, get the case thrown out, and they were trying to nullify the case, so on and so forth. We had my legal guest at the top of the hour. Well, now he plans to change his plea in the case to guilty. It's a tax fraud case. We know he has money. Phil Holloway, one of my guests earlier, former federal prosecutor, said it's a foregone conclusion that the guy is guilty. The case now hinges on, well, what's the penalty going to be? Our correspondent, Jonathan Hunt, live for us in Los Angeles. Jonathan.
Harris, good morning to you. And yes, we just got the breaking news that Hunter Biden is indeed changing his plea in this tax evasion case to guilty. We do not know at this point whether this is the result of some sort of plea deal. It would be reasonable to assume that there has been some deal done between the defense and the prosecution to bring about this change in plea to guilty. The question is now, what kind of sentence might he face? There were 9 charges, remember, that he faced here. 3 of those were felony charges, punishable in total by up to 17 years behind bars. So the question will be, going forward, if he is now about to plead guilty, what will the sentence be? Another big question, of course, Harris, that everybody will now be asking is, will President Biden either pardon his son on this guilty plea to these tax evasion charges and indeed the gun conviction he got earlier this year in Delaware, or will he perhaps commute both of those sentences? Now, President Biden has previously
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
They won't survive.
Minions have spawned.
Don't cross me. Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor. Pathetic. There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
They won't survive. Don't cross me.
Slain an enemy.
Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. Allegiances mean nothing. This is no challenge. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. This blade's my favorite.
You have slain slain.
On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. Their bones will wet my blade. Another body for the gutter. They won't survive. This is no challenge.
Rampage.
Don't cross me. Let's finish this quickly. This blade's my I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Enjoy the taste of steel.
Unstoppable. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. Cross me.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's finish.
An ally has been slain. Dominating. Killing spree. Rampage.
I never compromise.
Slain an enemy.
On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor.
Slain an enemy. Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide.
Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive. Don't cross me. Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain.
I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive.
Has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
Make it count!
Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's finish this quickly.
Rampage.
Never compromise. Their bones will wet nowhere to hide. On the razor's edge.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
To honor. There's nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Dominating. Double kill.
On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor.
Not interested.
Nowhere to hide. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An ally has been slain.
They won't survive.
Totally doing this!
Don't cross me.
You need a new shield, buddy?
Let's finish this quickly. Storm of Blades!
An ally has been slain.
I'm an independent cat.
I never compromise.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
This is no
Ally has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
On the razor's edge.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Defeat.
said, Harris, he would do neither of those things. But here's the caveat, and it's an important one. President Biden said that, no pardon, no commutation, before he decided not to run again for the presidency. Right. So breaking news, we have a guilty plea in this tax evasion case. We now wait to see what the terms of the deal, if indeed there is a deal, exactly those terms are, Harris.
Yeah, and Jonathan, as I've been saying this hour, all bets are off when you're not at the top of the ticket and you don't know anybody anything. And I believe it was Carrier Bond who pointed out it'll just be a line on his Wikipedia page, maybe, if he commutes his sentence or pardons him altogether. So what does he have to lose as a father? Sure. So he may very well go back on that campaign promise because he's not campaigning for himself any longer. Maximum sentence, 17 years for what he faced.
So recently, I've been thinking about what it means to have fun in League of Legends. Because we all know this can be tilting as shit if you don't sort of prep your mental before you interface with it. It's sort of like going paintballing. It's fun as fuck at the start, but if you don't have protective gear on, you're going to get your ass lit up. So in this video, we'll discuss what it means to have fun in this game. Some of the best times I've had playing this game was during my early years, when I didn't know anything and I was just simply running around the map, playing my favorite champions and doing shit I thought was cool. Those were definitely simpler times. I think I speak for most League veterans when I say I wish I could recapture those days, when I was just simply a wide-eyed noob who simply wanted to experience the game their way. And it's this becoming a noob that's the secret to having fun in League. It's simply the act of playing the game according to your own standards and not letting anything dictate how you should be enjoying the game. When you were a noob, you didn't give a flying fuck about half the things you care about now. Believe it or not, you treated League like a regular video game back then. It's simply immersing yourself in the experience of playing those unique champions and customizing them in your own unique way. That's the mind frame you'll have to recapture if you want to stop hating your life playing this game. It's simple enough to follow, but we all know it's not that easy. We're so caught up that we forget we're supposed to be playing a fucking video game. Now, with the preamble out of the way, let's delve a little bit deeper into why you're not having fun with League. Number one, optimizations. You've probably heard the saying, perfect is the enemy of good. That quote perfectly summarizes how ruminating on the optimal way to play can suck the fun right out of your League experience. Unfortunately, the business of optimization has become quite a trend in the recent years, over a variety of domains, from everything from fitness to lifestyle hacks. Social media has allowed us to amalgamate all available knowledge into best practices, which promise the highest rates of success within a particular pursuit. And we've even seen this across League of Legends too. People have figured out the best way to get views, especially from newer players, is to crank out patch tier lists every 2 weeks so they can provide an updated summary of what champions to play to guarantee the highest chance of success. Now, I've already beaten to death why this approach is ultimately harmful to new players and ends up teaching them the wrong mindsets within their rank journey. So I'm not going to cover that here. You can watch this video, linked in the top right. Instead, I'm here to tell you that subscribing to this behind this method of optimizations, we as a League aren't the best for ensuring you have fun with the game again. So dedicate some time throughout the week to turn your brain off to all the optimizations you've been conditioned to. Number 2, rank. Speaking of optimizations, let's delve a little bit more deeper into why people are looking to optimize so much. Rank is the biggest proponent by far for why people fall out of love with this game and begin to hate the shit out of it. Rank in League of Legends is probably
Is goed? Heel goed. Hoi.
Jo, dat is correct.
Begin met loslaten. Al is het best fijn om via de app limieten te kunnen stellen. Kijk voor meer tips op abnamro.nl/jongerenrekening. Voor ieder begin. ABN AMRO.
Beste passagiers, welkom aan boord. Het enige dat voorbij vliegt als u bij ons bent, is de tijd. Leun achterover, terwijl wij u naar uw bestemming varen.
Rings of Power Season 2, the home of delusional takes, such as Season 2 is so much better than House of the Dragon. If you think that headline's bad, just wait until you find out why. Because this headline isn't new, we've seen it before, just never for reasons as stupid as this one. The Guardian did it with Season 1, so astounding. It makes House of the Dragon look amateur. Of course, they did change 6 weeks later to Now We're Talking, officially the worst pun I've ever heard. After 6 glacial hours, The Rings of Power is finally worth watching. Hang on, I thought it was before.
It's hard.
I'm hard as you.
But even they had to admit, when it was over, we can come out and...
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Let's finish this quickly.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
There's nowhere to hide.
Don't leave me!
Minions have spawned.
Don't cross me. Only fools pledge life to honor. On the edge. They won't survive. I never compromise.
See
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
They won't survive.
Eyes unclouded.
Enemy
I
rampage.
never compromise. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
Take it in.
Don't cross me. Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge. They won't survive.
An enemy. Shut down. kill.
I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
Nothing to me.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's finish this quickly. There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
Enemy killing spree.
Enjoy the taste of steel.
Rampage.
I will not falter!
Shut down. An enemy is unstoppable.
Another body for the gutter.
Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive.
Killing spree.
One realm to another.
An ally has been slain.
Eyes unclouded.
I never compromise. Allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy is dominating.
Let's finish this quickly. There's nowhere to hide.
Enemy double kill. Open your mind. Your turret has been destroyed.
Cross me. Life to honor.
Enemy is godlike. Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
Shall blossom from your
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
Has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy is legendary. An enemy is legendary. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
I never compromise.
I will not.
Enemy killing spree.
They fought in Iceborne. They died.
A summoner has disconnected. Defeat.
Say it, the Rings of Power was a stinker, but it seems Season 2 has fixed all of that. The first 3 episodes are absolutely amazing, and you can safely watch it for your entertainment needs. Why? Well, it's because Celebrimbor has an umbrella. If you do not leave willingly, you shall be removed by force. Celebrimbor and his umbrella is the best part about Rings of Power. He has an umbrella, it was crap, he got rained on. That makes the 3 hours of twaddle worth watching alone. Seriously, I could have written this article. You shall not pass!
Wil jij 80% van je gasverbruik besparen? Met Quad Hybrid verwarm je met energie uit de buitenlucht op een duurzame manier je huis. Zelfs als het buiten vriest.
Even had the national review to come out and be like, no, Rings of Power Season 2 is not better than House of the Dragon, and he's just kind of in awe at the stupidity of the article. As someone who's seen both series, I can safely say this isn't true, but I was curious to see how the review, Mick Jagger, is that his name? That's his name! I have seen that name on Rotten Tomatoes before, I just didn't know it was related to this. Every time I see it, it comes as a surprise. What do you expect, Shagger by name, Shagger by nature? But I was curious to see how he backs up this assertion, but he did not, and it's not hard to see why. He's clearly wrong. Rings of Power Season 2 has caused critic wars. I was interested to see if you could come up with an excuse. You couldn't be bothered. Arrogance, gluttony, ego, suspenseful, graceful, frequently breathtaking. Celebrimbor is an artist whose aspiration for immortality is the seed of an incalculable destruction. Why does a boat float by stone sinks?
Do you know why the ship floats and a stone cannot?
Or for a better demonstration, Johnny Law noticed in episode 3...
Afraid you lose control again without a gand.
Without a gand. He can't catch without a gand. After he's met an elf. Pass me my gand, elf. I'm just hoping that Rings of Power comes out and says it. Tolkien typoed his name. He went around telling everyone he was Gandalf, and they spelt it wrong.
Find a gand, there's statistics all over the place.
Not Frodo has just indirectly confirmed that not Gandalf is in fact Gandalf.
We typoed his name after a twig as a kind of highbrow entertainment I expect from a show that's so much better than House of the Dragon. But he's got an umbrella.
Mr. Celebrimbor, I fear Sauron may be in Eregion.
What's Celebrimbor? Sauron? Eregion? She had like 3 words out of 6.
Then show Celebrimbor and...
It just keeps going. She's like a machine gun. She's got like 1,000 RPM. This is where we find out that cats don't purr, they're just speaking Elvish. But we start the show with an elf on a horse. Remember that. Horses are good ideas.
Still no word from Celebrimbor.
We'd still no word from Celebrimbor. The very last scene at the end of the episode was telling us about how you hadn't had word from him.
Elrond's task is not to join your company, but to lead it.
If you're going to do this, you have to show us that time has passed. As far as I know, you just walked out the meeting and you're like, oh, still not heard from him in the last 30 seconds.
Already only just under 150 leagues.
Are you sure you want to give us a distance? Never given us a distance for anything before? Before, we could just teleport all over the place, but this one is going to take days.
We shall need an archer, 2 swordsmen.
Why? 150 leagues, we need 1 archer and 2 swordsmen. What's that, like a person per 50 leagues? Why 3 people specifically? As if when Galadriel gets hungry or something? Every 50 leagues? Just to eat an elf? You know what you're like when you're hungry, Galadriel?
Trust you can recommend a set.
Trust me. You said that's wise, Commander.
Oh, I did say previously they put her under his command just so that she could humiliate him and then take charge back again. Welcome. We did it the moment they walked out of the room. I can't work as a subordinate, you know who I am. I am Galadriel, the cannibal.
The High King's urging I agree to appoint you as first lieutenant, but if you deem that duty beneath you, I would choose another.
Based Elrond. Could have only been improved with a backhand.
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, sir. Yes. I guess I could probably follow your commands. Or she's insufferable.
Yes, I can recommend archer and 2 swordsmen.
Yes, what, Galadriel? You shall use my full title, Elrond the Chad. Elrond the Mighty. Elrond, the far greater than Galadriel.
Who else should we take with us?
What do you mean who else? He's just told you 3 people. We need 3 people. Okay, 3 people and who else? I'm sorry, are you mentally retarded? We cut to a montage.
Gonna be a montage.
We zoom over trees. We see insignificant people moving on the hill. Let's count them. Wait, so it's Elrond, Galadriel, 2 swordsmen, 1 archer. Who's this one? You've added an extra person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why have you got 6 people when you said you were taking 5 guys? Oh, we're getting more montage. Oh, we passed some trees. Oh, we got a map. We're traveling across a map. Oh, why didn't you just teleport like you did every other time? Yes, we've arrived at a bridge. I mean, you don't need elf eyes to see that bridge has gone horribly wrong. Did we really have to see how deep down it goes? I mean, it's a bridge. If you built a bridge, I am going to assume you can't have just gone underneath it.
Lightning.
Do you remember lightning? I remember lightning. No earthly force could do this. This must be... And asking for all the paths. We can go north, but it'll add 2 weeks. Or we can go south, which is far faster. We do a head count as well. There's 2 of them, and there's the 4 people. Why have you brought 4 people? He wanted 2 swordsmen and 1 archer.
We shall need an archer, 2 swordsmen.
Galadriel can't even count. Is it because we had 3 blokes and she's like, no, I want a woman? Remember when Don Lemelis talked about how his mother died in childbirth because he wasn't actually supposed to exist? They've just done it again. Attire. Very cosmopolitan, these elves. I was born before the sun existed. I actually don't know how I ended up this way.
We should have to turn due north, adding 2 weeks to our journey.
Or we go the other path, which should add 3 weeks to our journey. I mean, we'll start with the smallest one, right? Don't go well, you know. We could travel across the ocean and add 5 years to the journey, or we could just go over there. You know, that other bridge you can see in the distance? Probably the better one. I don't know why I left that to last.
We go south. We'll get
If it's faster, lead with that one. I also don't know why during this entire conversation he's staring at her as if he knows. Hang on, Galadriel's got something to say. She's always moaning about my plans. So as he's suggesting plans, he's like, come on, Galadriel, I know you're going to complain on me. But she sees into the darkness. There's a hand!
There's evil in those hills.
To be fair, there's evil in these hills as well.
Ancient and filled with malice.
You'd think if it was ancient evil, they would know about it, considering they're immortal. She says Sauron means for us to go that way. We must go the longer route. He's like, hang on, Sauron's probably watching both roads. Whichever way we go, we're gonna get attacked. We're going south, through the ancient Eve. Bridge shows that Celebrimbor's in danger. We must go at haste.
We won't reach anywhere at speed if we walk into a trap.
Except with traps in both directions, might as well go south, mate. Of course, this is Galadriel, and she's not used to taking orders from somebody vastly more intelligent than her.
Commander, I must protest.
Okay, go away then. Go on, burn down a target or something. No one cares. And so she breaks Star Trek's #1 rule: if you have a problem with the boss, do it privately, not in front of the help.
Opinion heard, Lieutenant.
Yeah, back down, peasants. The 4 people leave, despite the fact there should only be 3. He has some words for Galadriel.
This company will not take counsel from that trinket.
Yes, I have absolutely no interest in your ring, Galadriel. We'll leave that for Sauron, shall we? If you can't ignore the ring, you will leave. Go back to Lindon.
I should like to.
Did you piss and come here? We must go to talk to Celebrimbor. Do you want to go back, Galadriel? Yes, actually, yes, I do. We should have decided that before you walked 100 miles. Can't leave, because I don't want to see any of you die. Because the only chance for survival...
They won't survive. Only fools pledge life to honor.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
Let's finish this quickly. We will...
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive. This blade's my favorite. Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. Pathetic.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. On the razor's edge. Enjoy the taste of steel. Another body for the gutter.
Has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. won't survive.
Enemy double kill. You have slain an enemy. Double kill.
Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Rampage.
On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive.
An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. You can run me.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive. Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Enemy double kill.
I never compromise.
Enemy rampage.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide. Enjoy.
You have slain an enemy.
They won't survive.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Another body in the gutter.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Don't cross me.
Enemy killing spree.
On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Nowhere to hide. They won't survive.
An enemy is unstoppable. Enemy double kill.
Only fools pledge
Your
life
turret
to
has
honor.
been destroyed.
Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain.
I never compromise. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. On the razor's edge.
An enemy is godlike. Rampage.
Their bones will wet my blade.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive. Only fools have life to honor.
Double kill. An enemy is legendary.
Let's finish this quickly.
Shut down. You have slain an enemy.
Pathetic.
An ally has been slain.
Allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Has been destroyed.
There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive.
You have slain an enemy.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
You cannot outrun me.
Aced.
survive.
An ally has been slain.
Only fools aspire to honor. Let's finish this quickly.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I never compromise.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy is unstoppable. An ally has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
Allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.